Darlacansell, real estate agent in South Louisiana. On my way this morning to an inspection, a home inspection, which means that I represent the buyers on this transaction. Something to keep in mind with inspections is that you, as the buyer, during your due diligence inspection period in your contract, which generally in your purchase agreement, you have probably anywhere from 7 to 14 days as the buyer to have any home that you're purchasing be inspected by anyone that you choose. And during that time period, you have the right to walk away, cancel the contract for whatever reason. You don't even have to have a reason. Inspections are not mandatory at all. As the buyer, if I represent you as the buyer, I am going to say every single time, whether the home is 100 years old or brand spanking new, you want an inspection. You want a licensed inspector to check that house from roof to floor and everything in between. Keep in mind, there is no such thing as a perfect home. I guarantee you, an inspector will find things that need to be repaired. Sometimes they're very minor, sometimes they're major. But listen, I have closed now in the last 6.5 years, well over 500 transactions. I have seen every single thing you could possibly imagine. I have seen 100-year-old homes that have been amazingly taken care of with a very short list of recommendations from an inspector. And on the same boat, I've seen brand new homes with inspectors that find things wrong with the homes, and sometimes minor and sometimes major. As the buyer, exercise your right to have it thoroughly inspected, all right? So an inspection is not mandatory. You as the buyer get to choose. If you have any kind of government loan, the only thing that government loan is going to mandate is that you have a termite inspection, which is what we all call it, and that's not actually what it is. It is a wood destroying insect inspection. So any kind of insect that could cause damage to wood is what your loan officer, your lender, your mortgage broker, whoever you're going through with your government loan, will require before the end of closing. And if any kind of wood destroying insects are active, it will require that it has a treatment plan, and probably will also require that a carpenter will write up something saying whether or not they believe that these wood destroying insects have caused structural damage to the home, yes or no. And if they do believe that the damage is so substantial, then the structural damage will have to be fixed before your loan can proceed forward. So make sure that you know that if you have any kind of government loan, so that's a VA loan, that's an FHA loan, that is a USDA loan, sometimes we call them RD or Rural Development. All of those government loans will require that you have what's called a WDIR, a wood destroying insect report, that shows that it's either clear or that the issue has been remedied. All right? As a buyer, your bank, your loan officer, your mortgage broker, whoever you're going through to get your loan, will require an appraisal. Okay? It's not the seller's responsibility to provide an appraisal, and that is a huge misconception that people have. People call me all the time and say, what did that house appraise for? It's not the seller's responsibility to have an appraisal. If the seller chooses to have an appraisal, they can, but they do not have to. If they hire a real estate agent to list their home for sale, that real estate agent knows how to find the fair market value of that home based on homes that have sold in the area within the last several months, and they will come up with a fair market value analysis of the home, and they know what it could sell for, right? Over the 6.5 years that I have listed homes, one single wide trailer that I told the sellers was overpriced didn't appraise. Every single thing that I have ever sold, every single thing that I have ever listed has appraised for the sale price or higher, every single time. So when you hire a real estate agent who knows the market, who knows how to price things, then it's going to be listed for fair market value. You as the buyer will be required to have an appraisal done before your loan can close. And that is not somebody that you get to choose. The bank sends out a request to people who are licensed in the area to appraise homes, and whoever picks it up, whatever appraiser in the area wants to pick it up and get it done, then they go out and appraise it. It is very, very subjective, but if you're getting a loan, it is a mandate, right? So keep that in mind. If you're a buyer, you're in your due diligence and inspection period, part of your contract will say that you have the right to have it inspected by anyone that you choose to. I recommend a licensed inspector, and I will always recommend some of my favorite people who do a very, very, very thorough job at any home to have the home inspected and then come up with findings. And remember this, an inspection is not a scary thing. An inspection is so that you know, number one, there's no such thing as a perfect home, but what kinds of things are in need of repair, what are the ages of things, all those things. Know that every single thing is repairable, right? And then it's up to you as the buyer to decide, are you going to ask the seller to fix some things? Are you going to ask them for a price reduction? Or are you going to do a combination of both? Do you want them to bring money to closing to allow you to fix those things after closing? There are so many things that can happen after an inspection, but that is between you and your real estate agent to decide what is the best avenue for you. All right. So remember, inspection is not mandatory. An appraisal is if you're getting a loan. Of course, if you're paying cash for a home, you don't have to do an inspection or an appraisal. Neither one of those things are mandatory. And that is up to you if you have cash to decide what's important to you. My recommendation is that if you're a buyer, you absolutely want an inspection because you want to know what you're getting into to be proactive, right? It's the smartest thing to do is to be proactive. Remember this, in real estate, there are no stupid questions. Ask all your questions. If you're dealing with a real estate agent who doesn't know the answers to the questions you're asking, listen, it's easy to find those answers, and they should say to you, I don't know the answer, but I will find them. And if they do not, find yourself a different realtor. You have a wonderful week.